Hi guys, I am Dave from Apple Tips, and in today's video I'm back with a new repair video. So in today's video I'm going to tear down the iPhone 6 Plus, the Bandgate phone. And I know I already have a video on this channel called tearing down the Bandgate iPhone, or taking a peek inside the Bandgate iPhone, but that wasn't the real Bandgate iPhone. This is the real Bandgate iPhone, because in that video I've disassembled the regular iPhone 6, and the real Bandgate iPhone is the iPhone 6 Plus. And enough yapping from me. Without further ado, as usual, let's get started. First, let's take my Temu Pentalobe screwdriver, the nice fidgeting one, the gold one, and let's remove the two screws down here. And I'm going to place them on my iFixit magnetic project mat, which is one of my favorite tools that I have in my electronic repairs toolkit. After removing those two Pentalobe screws, I'm going to reach out for this, which is my suction cup, and I'm going to place it here in the middle of the screen. Then I'm going to take one of those iFixit picks, and I'm going to slide it in the middle just like this. This is a very delicate part, because you can always break the display, and you have to be careful not to do that. I removed that, so again I'm going to take this pick and remove the suction cup. This is the professional way of removing the suction cup. And then I'm going to lift up the display, and I'm greeted by a shield and a second shield. This is the first shield we have to remove, because this houses the connector of the battery. I'm going to take my iFixit bit handle this time, and I'm going to get a 00 pH bit. And I'm going to remove these two small microscopic stainless steel screws. When working on iPhones, you have to be very careful not to misplace something, because they have thousands of different screws, and it's not nice when you lose them, because it's very hard to find something that fits the iPhone that you're working on. I'm then going to disconnect the battery, as you can see, and for anyone that is new to phone repairing, before doing anything on the specific phone you're working on, I recommend you to disconnect the battery to prevent any shortage you can do on the motherboard. Then I'm going to remove this one as well, this screw with the same screwdriver. I'm going to place it right here, and I'm going to remove this shield looking thing right here. Which I cannot, because I have one more screw. And now I can remove it. I think this one also houses another useful component because it's fairly thick, which is also magnetic. And I think I know what that is. I think that's the Taptic engine. Then we're going to remove the primer shield, the shield that houses the display connectors. I have to be very careful not to mess it up, because this one is a fully working, never opened up phone, and again I'm referring to that S for mini that I broke while doing the teardown. That teardown went extremely wrong, and I will never want to experience that problems again in my entire life. Now we're going to take that shield, and because I want to do everything professionally, I'm going to reach here for my iPod opening tool, and I'm going to detach every connector one by one at a time. And you have 4 connectors, as you can see right here on the display. And again, as usual, I'm not going to tear down the display because it's a waste of time. And now I can take this and do this because there is some dust inside of this phone. And yeah. Now I'm going to remove the charging port assembly, which is housed by a lot of screws. For some of you who don't know, the iPhone 13's charging port assembly has the same number of screws as the whole number of screws from an S21 phone. Think of that before starting fixing iPhones. iPhones are the worst phones to start on. And I say that because I was dumb enough to start on iPhones. The worst choice of my life. Hopefully I don't mess up any screws here, because last time on my last iPhone 6 teardown I did it and it felt horrible. Wait, this is something new. The speaker is a different component than the charging port. Weird. Never experienced that. I have to place the screws in a way that I don't mess them up when it comes time to reassemble it. I placed them in the order that they go back into the phone, just for me to be easier when I have to reassemble it. Now I can start peeling the charging port out of the phone. And because I want to prevent anything that could go wrong, I am going to do it off camera. As I suspected, the charging port removal was very time consuming, and I'm glad that I removed it off camera, because if I wouldn't do that, I would have probably 95% broke it. Now it's time to remove the battery. This can be either the most satisfying thing or the worst thing. If your pull tabs break, it's horrible. And judging by the quality of this pull tab, it feels like it won't break. The first pull tab worked like a charm. Hopefully the other two work the same. This one feels like it worked. Yeah, this will work. This one worked very nice too. I think this will be my best battery removal I ever had in my whole technician career. This is so satisfying. Yeah, this was the best battery removal that I ever encountered. And I'm so glad it worked that well. Now let's remove the motherboard and we can call it finished. The worst part while working as a technician, and this especially applies to people that work on iPhones, when try to work on a new model, you have to remember how it was done, how you disassembled it, because if you don't, you're going to mess up everything and supposedly maybe break the phone. This was the best teardown I ever did. It gone very well. Have to admit it. Nice. I didn't break that, which usually happens. Now I'm going to take my Timu fidgeting stand-off screwdriver, and we're going to remove every stand-up I have in here. And I have one stand-off here, down here, got a stand-off here. Really going to move this aside to free up some space to make a place for the motherboard. And for the moment I'm done with those. Now I have one more Philips one here. One more right here. These kinds of screws I hate, that are very hard to remove. And I remember the time that I worked with David on teaching him how to tear down an iPhone 5, I think. One of those kinds of screws were very bad, and it gone severely wrong, and it took me a lot to figure out how to remove that. Have screws everywhere to remove. I'm going to put this battery aside because I don't have any more space. This is the camera module, which for its time, it is a very good one. Now I'm going to do this, because I don't want to forget, and I don't want anything bad happening, like breaking something, which almost happened once. And I'm almost done with the motherboard here. I have one more screw right here. And because Apple is Apple, I think there are other screws. Or no, I can't even remove. Yeah, one more screw here. And now I can remove it. Now, one more antenna. And yeah, now I could remove it. And now I can call this teardown completed, because I am not going to remove the small parts. So, I hope you enjoyed the process of tearing down this iPhone 6 Plus or the Bandgate phone. And right now, before finishing this video and letting you guys go, I'm going to do the usual time-lapse reassembling that I always do at the end of those videos. So let's move into that. So this was pretty much it. As you saw from my reassembling, I ran some problems while doing it. There wasn't problems that I broke anything. There are problems like I didn't sit the battery corrected back in the case, or I couldn't plug a connector back, but nothing too major. That means that I broke the phone, and which I didn't, and I'm sure of that. So this was pretty much it with the teardown and the timeless reassembling. If you like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button, share this video with your friends and family, hit that like button, and as usual, thanks a ton for watching. I'll see you in the next one.